They told you the world was falling apart. But what if it's just waking up? While headlines scream fear and chaos, a quiet revolution is happening beneath the surface. You felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull away from noise and toward something deeper. Something that whispers, there's more. And no, this isn't some new age fantasy. This is the law of one emotion. The old world, driven by ego and division, is crumbling because a new frequency is anchoring itself into our reality. Fourth density consciousness. And here's the kicker. It's not coming later. It's already here. You're not waiting for a planetary ascension. You're standing in the middle of it. But no one tells you how to navigate it. They don't tell you why your relationships are collapsing, why your emotions are on overdrive, or why your intuition suddenly feels louder than logic. That's because we've been trained to look outward for answers, when the entire blueprint for this transition has always been within. What if the key to this new era isn't in doing more, but in becoming more? In this video, you'll discover what fourth density actually is, why the heart chakra holds the gateway, and how this planetary shift is transforming everything, from our biology to our relationships. You'll see how practices like meditation, shadow work, and service to others aren't just spiritual fluff. They're survival tools for a new vibrational reality. If you've ever felt like you don't belong in this world, maybe it's because you came to help build the next one. Chapter 1. Understanding Fourth Density Consciousness. Fourth density isn't just some far-off cosmic destination. It's a real vibrational upgrade happening right now. In the framework of the Law of One, each density represents a level of light and information. Third density is all about choice and self-awareness. But fourth density? That's the graduation to love and unity. It's the point where our perception stops revolving around me and starts flowing into we. Imagine the difference between a room lit by a candle and one lit by the sun. That's the leap in consciousness evolution we're talking about here. Now, this shift isn't something that knocks on your door and hands you a certificate. It's subtle. You notice it when someone cuts you off in traffic, and your first impulse isn't a honk, but to wonder what pain they might be in. That's the green ray chakra waking up. The heart chakra is the doorway to this whole new state of being. It's not just about compassion. It's the energetic center where ego starts to dissolve and a deeper intelligence takes over. Meditation focused on the heart space can literally recalibrate your vibrational frequency. But let's be real, loving everyone sounds cute until someone tests your patience. Still, when love is rooted in oneness, it stops being a chore and becomes your nature. We begin to recognize ourselves in others, even in people who trigger us. Try this. Next time you're upset with someone, pause and ask, what part of me is being mirrored here? That little habit alone could shave years off your shadow work. Because in fourth density, the question isn't how do I win? It's how do we rise? This is where Christ consciousness becomes more than a religious concept. It's a living frequency, a model of what's possible when someone fully embodies love and service to others. And it's not exclusive to saints or prophets. It's accessible to anyone willing to do the internal work. That includes facing your pain, tuning into the heart, and shifting from reaction to reflection. This shift is like learning a new language. Awkward at first, but natural once your emotional body catches up. And here's the thing. This transformation isn't just personal. As more people awaken to this frequency, the entire planetary consciousness moves with them. Gaia is in on this too. The planetary shift isn't some Hollywood apocalypse. It's a collective rebirth. And every time you choose love over fear, you're helping midwife the new density into being. The question is, what does a civilization based on this energy actually look like? Chapter 2. Characteristics of a fourth density civilization. Imagine a world where your thoughts are felt, not just heard. Where you walk into a room and sense the emotional climate before a word is spoken. That's not science fiction. That's the daily reality of a fourth density civilization. Because when the illusion of separation dissolves, psychological suffering takes a back seat. People stop obsessing over ego games, and instead, life becomes about resonance, what uplifts the whole. That's why existential angst fades. There's no more wondering if you matter. You just know you're part of the infinite. This society isn't perfect, but it's perfectly aligned. Imagine communities operating like jazz ensembles, each person with a unique note, yet harmonizing effortlessly. That's what happens when love and unity guide collective behavior. Fourth density beings don't see service to others as sacrifice. It's fulfillment. You won't find power struggles, manipulations, or exploitation here because, frankly, no one wants to dominate what they already feel part of. Compassion replaces control. Empathy becomes currency. Let's talk telepathy for a second, because yes, it's real. But it's not just about reading minds. It's about feeling someone's essence, their vibrational frequency, before they even speak. That means misunderstandings don't spiral into conflict. Disagreements exist, sure, but they're dissolved through resonance rather than resistance. If you've ever looked into someone's eyes and instantly understood them, you've already tasted the edge of fourth density communication. Now imagine building entire societies on that depth of connection. But don't assume everyone becomes a clone of everyone else. Individuality still thrives. It's just that personal expression flows from a deep inner harmony rather than rebellion or compensation. Think of how bees operate, each with a role, but driven by the unity of the hive. Fourth density civilizations function the same way. There's a built-in group consensus that naturally balances diversity. No one's forced to conform. Everyone's just tuned to the same station, love and unity. And if you're wondering whether this is possible on Earth, look no further than the lives of spiritual masters. Jesus wasn't just preaching, he was demonstrating fourth density being. His message of unconditional love and forgiveness wasn't abstract. It was vibrational. It shook the planetary grid, and that model is still here, encoded in every heart chakra waiting to be activated. But to get there, we have to understand the bridge, how humanity moves from where we are to where we're headed. Chapter 3. The transition from third density to fourth density. This transition we're in, it's not a weekend retreat. It's a centuries-long process, messy and miraculous. Ra says the shift from third to fourth density could take anywhere from 100 to 700 years. And if you've looked around lately, it's obvious we're knee-deep in it. Social unrest, rising mental health crises, collapsing systems. It's not the end of the world. It's the shedding of one. The third density world, driven by ego, competition, and control, is cracking open to make room for something far more refined: love and unity consciousness. One of the clearest signs of this planetary shift is how uncomfortable things have become. People aren't just complaining, they're waking up. Injustice doesn't sit right anymore. There's this inner pull to participate, to serve, to question the old scripts. Think about the global movements that erupted in the last decade: climate justice, equality, indigenous rights, conscious parenting. That's not random. That's consciousness evolution in real time. A reflection of Gaia herself, adjusting her vibrational frequency to anchor fourth density. Now, let's not romanticize it. This ride is bumpy for a reason. Third density is built on contrast. It throws challenges at you like spiritual weight training. That's the function of catalyst. Loss, heartbreak, rejection, disillusionment. But instead of breaking you, it's meant to break you open. Those who rise above the pain with reflection, shadow work, and heart-centered action start to embody the next level. It's not about avoiding chaos. It's about transmuting it into fuel for your spiritual awakening. And here's the kicker. It's not a collective shift without individual responsibility. This isn't something NASA tracks. It's something you embody. Every time someone dissolves a limiting belief, forgives a wound, or chooses empathy over ego, the planetary grid updates. Seriously, your energy contributes to the collective awakening. So don't wait for the world to change before you do. Be the ripple. Even daily meditation, heart-opening practices, or choosing honesty over manipulation recalibrates your vibrational frequency. The beauty of it all, you're not alone in this. There's a rising tide of souls waking up, some remembering past lives, others simply realizing they're not their trauma. But this awakening isn't just emotional, it's energetic. It's a density transition, a metamorphosis from mental survival to spiritual coherence. And those who feel this call are starting to seek out tools and practices to embody it fully. Chapter 4. Practices to attain fourth density consciousness. So, how does one actually live in fourth density while still technically existing in a third density world? The answer isn't to escape, it's to embody. Ra made it clear, practice is the bridge. And it all begins with perception. When you start seeing others not as separate egos, but as fragments of the infinite creator, something shifts. That barista who got your order wrong, that's the creator. Your partner's bad mood, the creator. Recognizing this doesn't mean tolerating abuse. It means expanding your field of empathy beyond ego reactions. Now, Ra didn't just drop wisdom. They offered spiritual exercises that are deceptively simple, but profoundly transformational. Try this one. Seek love in every moment. Sounds cheesy, right? But it works. Imagine walking into a tense meeting and mentally scanning for the hidden love behind every tension. Or making a conscious choice to see the creator in the cashier, the stranger on the subway, your own reflection. These micro-practices shift your energy field and begin the gradual realignment with fourth density consciousness. Another powerful method, mirror meditation. You sit, look deeply into your own eyes, and affirm, I am a manifestation of love and unity. At first, it might feel awkward or even trigger discomfort. That's the point. It brings your shadow to the surface, the egoic layers that resist truth. But if you sit with it, something unlocks. You begin to see through the illusion of separateness, and that green ray chakra begins to open like a flower, finally ready for sunlight. This is ego dissolution in action, and don't underestimate nature. Seriously, go touch some trees. Observe the way a river flows without resistance, the way birds migrate without GPS, or how flowers bloom without trying. When Ra suggests observing nature as the creator, it's not poetic fluff, it's metaphysical truth. The more you engage with Gaia's rhythm, the more your energy field harmonizes with planetary consciousness. That's how spiritual evolution accelerates, not by effort, but by attunement. Of course, all of this hinges on one foundational pillar, self-reflection. Not judgment, not guilt, honest reflection. Meditation isn't just about silence. It's about listening. Listening to the subtle patterns in your thoughts, to the places where your reactions reveal unhealed wounds. And when those moments come, because they will, that's your real classroom. But to heal those deeper aspects, we need to go even further inward, into the shadows we often avoid. Chapter 5. The role of shadow work in awakening. If fourth density consciousness is a cathedral of love and unity, then shadow work is the cleansing of its floor before the light shines through. You can't bypass it. The heart chakra, our green ray center, isn't a light switch. It's a temple with two chambers. The outer courtyard is filled with noise, old wounds, buried trauma, resentment we forgot we carried. Most people get stuck there, mistaking the pain for their identity. But that's not who you are. It's the dust covering the mirror, not the reflection itself. To access the inner sanctum of the heart, the core of universal love, you have to walk through your own emotional wreckage without judgment. That means facing the parts of you you'd rather hide: jealousy, rage, fear of abandonment. Shadow work is the art of looking at those emotional messes and saying, "I see you, and I'm not turning away." Practical tip: keep a trigger journal. Whenever someone upsets you, don't vent, analyze. What story got activated? What wound was touched? That's the roadmap to healing. And this isn't just about self-improvement. It's about energy flow. Every unprocessed trauma creates a blockage in your vibrational frequency. Think of it like a clogged pipe. You might meditate, chant, or visualize light, but if the water can't flow through, you'll hit the same emotional walls. That's why deep inner work clears the way for true spiritual evolution. The more you integrate your shadows, the more you resonate with Gaia's rising frequency, and the smoother your density transition becomes. Now, here's where it gets wild. The more you accept your own darkness, the easier it becomes to love others and theirs. That's the alchemy of compassion. You stop taking things personally, even when someone lashes out. You see pain instead of offense. Ego dissolves not by force, but through clarity. And when you love even the parts of yourself that once felt unworthy, you stop needing others to validate your worth. That's the birth of spiritual sovereignty and the foundation of service to others. Shadow work isn't a one-and-done process. It's cyclical, like peeling layers off an onion. But each layer you remove reveals more light, and each breakthrough creates space in the heart for something higher to emerge. So yes, the path can be raw. It'll stretch you, crack you open, maybe even break you. But if you stay the course, what you'll discover isn't just healing, it's transformation. And that transformation prepares you for something even more profound, an alignment far beyond the personal. Chapter 6: Planetary and Cosmic Realignment. Since 2012, something subtle yet seismic has shifted beneath our feet. Earth itself, yes, the very ground we walk on, has transitioned into fourth density. But don't expect fireworks or breaking news headlines. This shift is energetic, vibrational. Gaia's electromagnetic field is adjusting to match a higher consciousness template, and that means everything built on the old frequency, systems, beliefs, identities, is being shaken loose. What feels like chaos is actually cosmic realignment. It's not destruction, it's detox. Think of it like this. If Earth were a radio station, it just changed frequencies. Those who aren't tuned and feel static, anxiety, confusion, existential dread. But those who recalibrate their vibrational frequency start to hear the new song. This recalibration isn't hypothetical. It's happening at the cellular level. Our bodies are adapting to cosmic energies pouring in through solar flares, planetary alignments, and vibrational downloads that affect even our sleep cycles, moods, and dreams. No, you're not going crazy. You're syncing up with a new density. Part of this shift includes Gaia's energy centers being recalibrated. Just like humans have chakras, the planet does too. Sacred sites like Machu Picchu, Uru, and Giza aren't just tourist attractions. They're planetary acupuncture points. As the planetary grid realigns, people are drawn to these places not just out of curiosity, but because their soul senses a frequency shift. Even simple practices like walking barefoot on soil, meditating outdoors, or placing crystals on Earth's surface contribute to this reharmonization. And here's the real marvel. Earth isn't just changing. She's inviting a new generation of souls to incarnate who already carry fourth density consciousness. These aren't just gifted kids. They're wired differently. Many are highly intuitive, emotionally aware, and spiritually sensitive from birth. They don't fit the mold, and they're not supposed to. They're here to help anchor the planetary shift, acting as frequency holders amidst the turbulence. If you're a parent, teacher, or mentor to one of these souls, listen to them. They're not broken. They're blueprints. We are witnessing not only a planetary ascension, but a cosmic alignment. Our solar system is moving through a new galactic corridor, bathing us in light codes that awaken dormant parts of our DNA. This isn't mythology, it's metaphysical science. And while it may sound esoteric, the real question is, what kind of world are we preparing to co-create in this new frequency? Chapter 7. A New Era. We're not waiting for a new era. We're living it. The world may seem more chaotic than ever, but beneath the noise, something extraordinary is taking root. Humanity is evolving, not through some external savior or technological miracle, but through an internal revolution. This is the fourth density age, the age of love and unity, the age where separation dissolves and heart-centered awareness becomes the new normal. And make no mistake, this shift isn't automatic. It's an invitation, and it knocks daily on the doors of your perception. Every moment of discomfort, every relationship that stretches your patience, every system that feels outdated, they're not just problems to fix. They're catalysts. They push you toward enlightenment, personal development, and spiritual awakening. That's the game now. The ego may cling to control, but the soul knows it's time to let go and rise. When someone chooses compassion over blame, honesty over defense, stillness over reaction, they're not just becoming better people. They're helping Earth evolve. The individual matters more than ever. In fact, personal evolution is the engine of planetary ascension. Think of it like tuning an instrument. Each person who aligns their energy centers, integrates shadow, and activates the green ray chakra becomes a resonant frequency that influences the whole symphony. Your meditation practice isn't selfish, it's service to others. Your inner peace radiates out like waves, contributing to Gaia's vibrational frequency and supporting the collective awakening we're all part of. And it's not about being perfect, it's about being present, being real. You don't have to live in a cave or wear white robes to participate in the planetary shift. You just have to choose consciousness. That might look like journaling instead of reacting, offering kindness to someone struggling, or quietly forgiving yourself for who you used to be. Each choice rewires the matrix. Each act of love is a signal to the universe. I'm ready to anchor the new earth and embody the frequency of Christ consciousness. As this density transition unfolds, the old paradigms will keep crumbling, and thank goodness. The systems built on fear and control have run their course. What's coming is more organic, more heart-aligned, more attuned to universal love. The question isn't, will it happen? It already is. The real question is, are you choosing to be an active participant in this cosmic shift, or are you still waiting for permission? Conclusion. Let's rise together. So now that you've seen the map, what are you going to do with it? Because this isn't about collecting concepts, it's about transformation. You're no longer a passive observer in a collapsing system. You're a co-creator in a rising one. The green ray chakra isn't just a metaphor, it's your engine. The shadow isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. The fourth density isn't far away, it's pulsing inside your chest, waiting to be claimed. The real question is, will you answer the call, or keep waiting for the world to change without you? What would happen if you treated every conversation today like an opportunity to see the Creator in another? What if your next meditation wasn't to escape your pain, but to meet it with love? What if your healing wasn't just personal, but planetary? It's time to stop playing small. You're not just one person. You're a frequency. And that frequency, when tuned to love and unity, can shift the whole grid. So, what's stopping you from becoming a walking lighthouse in this age of transformation? Let's make this real. Drop a comment below. What's one practice you're going to start today to align with fourth density consciousness? Mirror meditation, shadow journaling, heart-based service? I want to hear it. And if this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. This is just the beginning. We're building a new earth together, one awakened soul at a time. Let's rise.